Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my Robinhood portfolio. For this video, I'd like to talk about the worst trade I've made since establishing this portfolio on Robinhood. This comes in response to a question asking that very question. What is the worst trade I've done so far with the portfolio? And by far the worst trade I've made has been on PHK, PIMCO High Income Fund. This is one of the business development companies that can have quite wild swings in the share price. If we take a look at the bottom here, you can see October 10th, I made a purchase of 2688.32. I believe there's 271 shares. Yep, 271 shares at 992. And unfortunately, I had to sell those 271 shares off at a lower price, 890. So I lost about 100, or actually lost about $290 on this particular trade. At the time, it had a very good dividend. You can see here a dividend payment of $28.04 per share, 0.1035. This was a monthly dividend, and unfortunately, the dividend got cut because the revenue was not keeping pace with the amount of the dividend. They were actually losing money every month because the net income was not meeting the requirement to give back to the shareholders the very high dividend. So the dividend was cut, and because of that, the share price fell quite dramatically. And you can see here over the last year, very, very dramatic up and down swings with this particular stock. And you can see these two big pullbacks here and here, and these both correspond to dividend cuts with this particular stock. So business development companies, high risk, high reward with regards to the dividend. The dividend was cut, and you can see these very large pullbacks, and did recover its price, this first one here, but again, the dividend got cut again, and it pulled back quite dramatically. So I lost a little bit of money on this particular stock, learned my lesson about business development companies. They have very high dividends, but they're very, very volatile. So again, this is my worst trade on the platform on Robinhood since establishing my portfolio. Tried to get into one of the business development companies with a great dividend. Unfortunately, the dividend was cut a couple times, and you can see the wild swings in the price here. And again, this stock was trading, I believe, $2 or $3 above its net asset value. So if you take all the particular investments that this particular company had, you add all those up, per share, it's only about $5 or $6. You can see here it's still trading at quite a big premium with regards to the share price over the underlying asset price. So big risk, big reward with some of these companies here. You can see two big pullbacks. This is by far my worst trade. And because of that, I'm not incorporating a lot of these business development companies into my portfolio, even though they had great dividends. And some of these can have very good capital appreciation as well over 1 and 5 year time spans. But you can see here the wild swings in price. Even these swings here are quite dramatic, much less this big swing here. And then, like I said, more recently, these two dividend cuts resulting in the share price being quite volatile here. So just wanted to quickly talk about the worst trade I've had with the portfolio since establishing this portfolio about 8 months ago or so. Be interested to hear what you guys' worst trades have been on Robinhood so far. If they're trades like this, trying to get into a dividend stock with a dividend cut, or maybe it's a penny stock trade. Maybe it's another stock that had some bad earnings. Whatever it may be, let me know in the comment threads what your worst trade has been. And not to make the video too long, I'll kind of wrap it up here. As always, if you enjoy my videos, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And until the next video, we'll see you then.